right, here's the answers to the homework. Let's see here. Now, I know you didn't have to do all of them. You had to do what? The evens, 26 through 52 even on here.
Yeah, no, really.
All right, for 52, what is the original problem? I told you to write that down. Or Amanda, what's the original problem?
Parentheses 2x plus 7 plus parentheses 3x plus 7.
Okay, now, if you just have underneath it or beside it that answer, that's what Mr. Slur said. He's taking a couple points off because you guys show your work. Like, how are you getting that answer? And I've been around you. Like, we don't have any astrophysicists in here that this can do all this in their head yet. Okay, so you gotta explain. Zane, would you explain how to get that answer?
Sure. Start with 2x and then times that by 3x.
What's that give me?
6x squared.
Okay, then what?
Then you multiply the outer ones, so 2x times 7.
Which is?
14x.
Okay.
And after that, you do the inner ones, just 7 times 3x, which is 21x.
Good.
And then you multiply the last ones, which is 49.
Good. Now you add your two middle terms together. So you get 6x squared plus 35x plus 49. That is the FOIL method. If you got a binomial times a binomial, that's what you got to do. And you got to show us right here this so that we can see where you're getting that. Okay, so you got to show us that step where you multiply everything together and then you take it to the next one. Okay, so make sure you do that for your work. On the others ones here, questions. Okay, now we just have to go through a couple here, review a little bit and go through a couple. So there's not guided notes. Just go ahead and get out. Just keep it in your notebook is fine. We're just going to do a few, but we're going to review what we did yesterday. Okay, review what we did yesterday. Now, what do I do for this one here? Negative 3a cubed times negative 4a. Oh, I forgot to go. Mr. Schler wanted me to say something about, because he's great in these problems. He said a lot of you missed the first one. The first one, the answer is negative 5 over x to the third power. You do not move a negative number. You only move a negative exponent. So x to the negative third should go down below as x cubed. Negative 5 stays right where it's at. Okay. Weren't even close.
I got it right. Nobody laughed at it.
I mean,
I think negative 5 is negative 30.
Sam, what do you think this answer is?
Positive 12, a to the fourth.
That would be the answer. That would be the answer. Positive 12, a to the fourth. Take negative 3 times negative 4, positive 12, and then when you take a cubed times a, that is to the first power, and then that gives you a to the fourth. All right, write down that second one. Yeah, we still do. We got to find time to make up those two quizzes. You what's that? What period? 4 beats. You just had it on Friday. So 4 beats. But other than that, you don't have a full study. Alright, so Ally, before you leave, you know how to do this one?
I think so.
Alright, what do you think?
We multiply that one by the most of the numbers.
Okay, and what should we get for the first one?
6.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do
Hey, be quiet.
X to the 4th. Minus
Okay, good.
9 x to the 2nd minus 7.
Okay, good. 3 times 2 is 6. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. You still got that y. It's got to be there. 3 times a negative 3 is negative 9. We got an x squared, and a y times y gives me x squared, y squared. So that would be our answer for number 2. And the third one here, these are the 3 types we did yesterday. And you got 2x minus 3 times 3x plus 5.
Oh, I like these.
2x minus 3 times 3x plus 5. All right. This is where you use that case that we say you FOIL. And so we need to see those steps for that. So Morgan, how am I going to do this one?
2x times 5. Wait, no, 3x.
2x times 3x. What does that give me?
6x.
Like that?
To the 2nd.
All right. Keep going.
And then the 2x to the 5.
2x times 5.
10x to the 2nd. No. 2x. 10x.
Okay, it's just 10x. You got 1x, and that's just a 5. So 2x times 5 gives me 10x. Agree? Then what?
Negative 3 to the 5.
Not yet. Hold on.
Negative 3 to the 3x.
Negative 3 to the 3x.
Negative 9.
Okay, and now negative 3 times 5.
Negative 15.
Okay, so we need to see that. Once we get this, the 2 middle terms. Add up to 1x, which you can just write as x. So that's going to be that answer there. So 6x squared plus x minus 15. All right, so those are the 3 we did yesterday. Okay. Now, write this one down.
Oh, great. Oh, it's probably just the same thing.
And then don't get started, just write that one down.
What, Josh? Not too bad. How you guys are teaching? Oh, yeah.
Hey, how the heck am I gonna do this one, Josh?
2x times x, 2x times 4x,
Say that again?
2x times 4x.
That times that?
Yeah.
And then what? Then we're done?
No?
Oh.
And then you add, I don't know. 2x times 4x.
Oh, well, hold on, I was just seeing where else you're going with it, because I'm seeing
Josh.
if you're right first before I write anything down. So, all right, what do you think, Grant?
I think so. You do 2x times x squared,
Okay,
and then 2x times 4x,
okay,
and then 2x times 7,
and then what?
and then or negative 7, and then you do 3 times all those.
All right, so what he's saying is right. Okay, now this case here, you can't necessarily say FOIL. FOIL really follows the exact same rules. Here's what you're doing. Whatever's in the first one has to multiply by everything in the second one. Okay? So you basically got to distribute it. So I take this 2x, and it has to multiply all 3 of the terms in the second one. You never multiply inside the parentheses, so it's always 1 from the one set to the other set. So it multiplies all three. Now be careful here. What is 2x times x squared? It is actually 2x cubed, because this is x to the first power times x squared. And what is 2x times 4x?
8x.
8x squared.
8x.
And 2x times -7 is minus 14x. Now you have to take the -3 times all three of them. Now you have to do -3 times all three. And -3 times x squared is -3x
3x.
squared. -3 times +4x is minus 12x. And -3 times -7 is positive 21. Now you really got to watch your sign or your exponents. And now you're not done, because you got to combine any like terms, and we got to put it in order. What's the highest degree we got? X to the third. Is there anything else with an x to the third? So that's going to go first. Now, you look for anything with an x squared. Okay? I got two of them. Well, what is 8x squared minus 3x squared? That is, right?
5x squared.
Positive 5x squared. Make sure you put the sign with it. Plus 5x squared. And now you take a look at -14x and -12x. And that gives you minus 26x. And then the poor 21 doesn't have any friends. He's all by himself. So he can't add or subtract with anybody. So plus 21. Okay. Some people call this the fish method. Okay.
I mean, I don't think the math there could be
So, but it really has nothing to do with the math.
I really play golf with them.
It looks like that.
Okay. Try this one if you think you got it. If you're not quite sure, then just wait. Write it down so you have it. If you think you got it and you think you can get the answer, go ahead and go through the steps. If you're not quite sure, then just wait, but make sure you write it down.
I guess the 8 minus 4, yeah, you subtract that column, so.
Close. You got 21x. So what'd you get, 24? 29.
What'd you get, Zane? What'd you get, Zane?
3x times 3. That's
Especially if you're
plus 20. Which would be
also.
I don't even think I wrote that.
90 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Across the nine.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's straight up right.
Yo,
What'd you get?
6x cubed minus 22x squared plus 29x minus 12.
I got all that except for the 6x. No, second part. Sorry, that's the wrong one. I got 19.
You are.
Wait.
Alright, let's see what answers we got out there. Jaylee, you got an answer?
Yeah, that's probably wrong.
Probably, but let's see what it is.
6x cubed
Okay,
plus 9 minus 15.
Wait,
plus 9 minus 15.
That's really good.
That's your answer?
No.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
like super saturated right here, bro.
Hey, listen, we'll see you. Turn around, Grant. Grant, take that earbud out.
Oh, my bad.
Connor, what do you got?
I got 6x cubed minus 23x squared, plus 29x minus 12.
Alright, let's see what other answers are out there. What else we got? Morgan, what do you got?
6x cubed plus 14x minus 8x cubed minus 12.
Like that?
Yeah.
Alright, if you got a cube, then a cube, that was a little red flag.
I mean, I meant squared.
Here?
The second one.
Here?
No, like 8x squared.
Squared. Alright, switch those order when you write it. Alright, what else we got? Pressing it something different?
Is it just like honor the second 17 or I think
To the fourth?
yes.
To the fourth?
Come on.
Bro, y'all are tweaking out.
What did you do?
Listen,
6x cubed minus 15x squared plus 21x minus 12.
okay, we got any different answers?
I think the bottom. Well, 12 is easy.
Alright, I do believe it is this one here.
Well,
Now, let's.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, here's the key thing. Let's see where you made your mistake, because it's really common. You know, it's really easy to fix it on, usually it's just a careless mistake. So when you take 3x times 2x squared, that's 6x cubed. 3x times negative 5x is minus 15x squared. And 3x times positive 3 is plus 9x. So for this, it should go x cubed, x squared, x. Okay, make sure your exponents match up. X cubed, x squared, x. Okay, each time. Now, this one doesn't have an x. It's just minus 4. Okay, and I got to multiply it by all 3. And so when I multiply it by all 3, negative 4 times 2x squared is minus 8x squared. So you really always got to double check your exponent. Negative 4 times negative 5 is plus 20x. There's just an x. And then negative 4 times positive 3 is minus 12, which it looks like everybody was getting. Combine like terms at this point. Should only be one with a cubed, and that's 6x cubed. And we said minus 15x squared minus 8 should give me minus 23x squared. And Hanan, I'm going to make the guess that you put that as an x. Okay, so you really did most of it right. Whoops. I don't want that. And you get plus 29x minus 12. So fix what you need to fix on there. Now we'll do one more together. And this is one that ends up getting missed a good bit. Gets missed a good bit. Okay. All right, write down the original problem and don't do anything else. Here's why people miss it, because you assume that you just take the x to the third power and the 5 to the third power and you're done. Sorry. Christian?
Would you like put
next to the other x plus 5 in parentheses, like 2 more of it.
Exactly, you'd have to write x plus 5 times x plus 5 times x plus 5. You gotta do it 3 times.
I don't know, so.
I said 125x cubed.
Oh, no, you're not even in the
Holy
ballpark.
crap.
No?
No, it's kind of embarrassing.
Let's do 5 times 5.
We're not done.
We're not done.
X plus 5 times x plus 5 times x plus 5. You gotta go kind of like one step at a time. You gotta multiply 2 of them together and take that answer times the third one. So what we have to do is we have to multiply these 2 together. Well, that's a FOIL problem. That's what we've already done. That's what we did yesterday. So I gotta FOIL these 2 together, which means I take x times x and x times 5. Okay, then move to the 5, and I get 5 times x, and then 5 times 5, which is plus 25. And you're gonna be better off to simplify first. What does the two 5x add up to? 10x.
Are we supposed to be doing this, Bob?
Yeah, writing it down. All right, now here's your option. You still have this x plus 5. Whoops. Since we multiplied those 2 first, now we got times x plus 5. You got an option. We can multiply this times this. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Or you can put the x plus 5 in front. And do it either way. This is the way we've been doing this. Let me show you this way on the left, just so you see it. If you have them written this way, this x squared needs to multiply. We follow the same rule. Everything in the first one has to multiply everything in the second one. Well, what's x squared times x? That's going to be x to the third. What's x squared times 5? Plus 5x squared. Then move to the 10x. And multiply the 10x times both of them. Rest is making sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't write it down.
Gives you plus
Couldn't think of anything.
10x squared plus 50x. Preston, why aren't I done?
Because you have, not done, I don't know.
You gotta take the 25 times both of them. So there will be a 125, there will be an x cubed, but there's a heck of a lot of other stuff going on. So this is what the final answer should be. I knew that.
I got that. I just didn't, after you explained it, it made more sense.
Okay.
I meant to say.
All right,
Oh my god.
10 problems.
That's literally not that many at all.
10 problems, get 5 of them done before you leave.
Bro, why are there so many?
10 problems.
Like, it is probably the longest problem in the book.
Yeah, they are, for sure.
Yellow. Yellow. Said green and blue make yellow. No, green.
Sorry, Presto, your math is off.
These are the ones that these are just the ones that.
If I had to pick my team, I would little Yeah, I would. He's like on fire, dude.
So put them in there, bro. We don't know. Bro, we need Sam.